Like, I don't understand, like, so-called influencers. How did media life get so big? Just know this: media life has no influence on the real life. It's irrelevant. I say that because again, like I always say, we all on the internet. So we all watch this now, see certain stuff. Some of us indulge in different parts of the internet, though, and we understand that, right? So I'm noticing that a lot of the, I guess, great minds or people think to be great minds are all coming off of media now. Uh, I've been trying to find more uh, workshops. There you go. I've been trying to find more like workshops in the area I'm at right now. And even when I was back in North Carolina, just trying to find workshops to mingle and meet more like-minded people, whether it's business, outreach, uh, youth services, anything. Just trying to find workshops is kind of hard. You can find workshops when it comes to stuff like when it's time to vote and stuff like that, or like big big organizations. But when it comes to like stuff that really can make changes significantly in your areas, it's really hard to find that. When you go on social media, I see that there's a big falling of people who look at these people who are they consider influencers, which means they can influence your life, your thoughts, whatever. Which I see that happen. But a lot of these people, more than none, aren't doing anything that's going to actually change and help the people. You have a lot that do come with great information. I love watching those guys. You know what I'm saying? They help keep me because it's hard to find people out tangible now. Ever since the COVID-19 thing, it's kind of hard to find people out tangible in places. Like I was saying, but those guys, I interact with their videos, and I stay with them. Watching their things. But most of the social media is not that. Most of it's outside of the realms of anything that can be actually good for our people, for children, um, for this mindset change. And with the media becoming more and more of a thing to kind of rule our nation now, is making it real hard to get the young children. And I always talk about the children because that's what's going to come behind us. We got to get their minds right. And with the social media being kind of all over the place in so many different places, in so many different realms, is to me, I'm not seeing where social media is actually having a relevant influence for children. And I only say that because it's not that many outside of like child YouTube and stuff like that. There's not really a lot of there's not a lot of good influence on social media um, for children to grab onto that can help them and change the things that they got going on or their mindset. And I'm saying that because a lot of them, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. Um, it's kind of hard to get the youth's brain off of. Let's get back before this social media round. Our first social media round for us older folks, it was we're gonna say BET and stuff like that. That was a form of social media also. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Um, like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'm just getting started. Of course, when I get started, it's a little slow if you've been before, but as I'm going, my stuff start kicking in better for me. Um, but like BET, MTV, that was like our first social media rounds and stuff like that, right? And you can see how the stuff that's being showed is what kind of moves the world, kind of like social media. The only thing is, before we could say a lot of things were propaganda, and they were kind of shifting people's mindsets to making people and children think and move a certain way. We can argue that, and I can say that's true in a lot of cases. But I feel like parents should be more involved with their children. I'm from North Carolina. More people should be involved. More children, more adults should be involved with their children. So whatever your child was able to watch back in the day, like when we were younger, and get their mind wrapped around, it's more so the parents' fault, because I don't care how many TVs you got in your house or back then or whatever. If you don't want your child to watch it, they won't. Your child will kick a fit, unplug it, take TV. There's all kind of ways you can do that can make your child not watch what you don't want them to watch. But a lot of people just kind of lazy with that. But my point of saying that is the way the social media was back then is kind of how it was now, except for most of it was on regular TV. You had to have cable to get a whole bunch of extra stuff. Other than that, you're playing a little game when you're outside anyway. So we couldn't really get too much of it. But once you had some take cable, or some BET or some other movies that had like the gang stuff in it, the drugs in it, and all that stuff like that, that was a form of the social media. But usually people that had the cable and stuff like that, satellite, they pretty much got that. But most people back when I was growing up, I wasn't raised in like a real wealthy neighborhood. I wasn't like poor, but everyone in has to have cable. We might have the antenna, you get about extra little 10 channels, something like that. But it was only so much that we could get in. And gangster rap was one of those things that was a harsh thing for us, because it went from more of a pro black to a gangster kill everybody. Excuse me for the language. I don't know how you two gonna do with that. But it went from like take everybody out. Then it went to just sexualization. Then it went to what it is, just a whole bunch of just crazy, right? So that was a form of social media. It did not help our people. It didn't do any good for us. Um, Anything that's on TV is, or anything that's shown is considered media. But today, in this time and era, the social media is not regulated by anybody. They might regulate what you say in certain words and get you demonetized, whatever, and all that stuff. But it's still the same form, except for it's everywhere, at everyone's fingertips. All the children get it. People give their children phones before they have educational books, from what I be seeing. And it's kind of wild, because it's like, why would you put a phone in your child's hands and allow other people to be the first teachers of your children? I'll never understand that, right? Um, and with the social media being how it is, even us as adults see what's on social media. Even if you put it on, what you call it, child TikTok or whatever, that's the child approved ones. You still don't know what the people that they're watching, what them people's children are doing. They taught their children. You don't know what them children may be saying, or what type of subliminals they might be throwing there to get the child's mind. We just don't know, right? And people are starting to make social media so much of their life that are a lot of our people in life are making choices for their life off of what they're watching these social media people do. And that's why I don't understand what made them start calling them influencers. Like, that's not by chance. Think about it. They understand that these people that we're watching are influencing us, not children. Can't say me, because I don't like to throw me in some categories, because I'm a person like everyone else. But I'm influenced. Okay, I'm influenced by what I watch also, but I watch a lot of people that deal with business, and I might watch some videos on some streaming, some gaming type stuff, but mainly it's business or people political. I'm influenced by the try to be mostly influenced by the good part of the internet, of the social media. But a lot of people like the foolishness. The more I'm on, and I look at comments and I look at what people say, and it's like you can get 1,000 people to like and comment on the dumbest mess, but you can't get but 5 or 6 likes over here on some stuff that's really influential, that's really good, that can help you help people. It is I don't understand it, right? How do we end up allowing social media to be the norm for our people, the norm for how we're supposed to be? You know, it's almost like people don't want to think for themselves anymore. People don't want to think for themselves. Like, okay, this is how they're looking over here on social media. We're trying to do it like that. But at the same time, you're not trying to go to the social media side that's doing the let's build businesses and do that. You want to do the part that's, oh, I'm like the rapper. Or we're gonna go spin. We're gonna go be hot girl summer. they demons. Why do our people want to go to the most negative side of everything that's presented to us, but never want to go to the side that can free us and get us rich, get us wealthy, get us where we have things to leave for our children's children? When I have my programs with my ride, well, this ain't my ride and clean. This is my security company right here. But like whenever we do my car club, the outreach, when we would talk with the young children, we would talk to them about stuff like financial literacy, and business and stuff like that, laws, regular laws, black laws, California laws, just different things. We was trying to do all that with them. Again, that kind of slowed down as far as that part, because we don't want to bring people bringing their children without them, because we want the parents to know this stuff too. And it was just kind of hard keeping parents. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome from Indonesia. Thanks for joining in. Like, subscribe, man. Shit, hit that bell for me. Tell your people. Um, and it's like we couldn't get the parents to keep coming. They would come, and we would have food and everything free. Just come so we can get y'all literate in the things that we need to know that could help empower us, right? And without the parents coming, we were having to pick up children personally. And it gets taxing. We're trying to set up and go pick up children. We didn't have a bus. We weren't getting no funding. We weren't getting donations. We were doing stuff all out of pocket, because we were really trying to do things for the people, which is, you go look again, I tell people, you go on my Facebook, RYDINKLEEN. That's the car club. It's the outreach car club. You can see the different things that we do and have been doing for many years and before, for the community. And I keep trying to push that to people so y'all can go see that when I talk about these things, it comes from a place of, okay, Cove kind of messed everything up, shut stuff down, and kind of made things a little crazy for us, right? Excuse me, there's a call coming in. It made things a little hectic with big meetings and stuff. So we're sneaking doing meetings, sneaking doing book bag giveaways. We're trying to still do what we can, but eventually people won't even come out, and it just kind of got where thing. And we just did our off grid thing, and kind of focused on off grid, doing that thing, and still would help whenever we could. Just like now we're back, kind of full fledged doing our stuff. But we need more people with that boots on the ground so that children can understand that social media life is irrelevant to real life. It's entertainment. But what's happening is people are doing things on social media and moving on social media in a way to where they're showing the best glamorous parts of their lives. Most people, some people actually showing their downfalls and the realness, but a lot of people are showing the best part of their lives. Just like on social media, nobody shows when their lights off and when things are going bad. They always show the best part, and this is becoming the way of life where people can give this false narrative that they want the world to think is really them, and they forget when they actually go home or they turn that camera off, their real life is sitting right on the chair next to them, or right outside that door, or that job they got to go work that they've been hating working for 10 years, but they don't have the mental capacity to try to get with nobody to build their own business in the same field that he has certificates in or she has degrees in. And our people get stuck in the cycle. With that cycle being stuck like that, our children are coming behind. So if our people can't even get the concept to understand that we need to do more and get better, and where our people are getting tricked, adults are getting tricked by the social media limelight, what do you think happened to the children? They see these people living, building. The children are seeing people live, build on social media. It's so great and so amazing. Then they look in their house where they barely can do anything. The parents can barely take them anywhere. And that's what I'm saying. Social media is making these children go out here to do and act like things that just aren't real, things that are detrimental because they're thinking this is the way to go do it. They gonna go watch this movie or listen to this video or this, that, and the third thing. I gotta go ahead and get it. I gotta go spin. I gotta And these children not getting the concept because they're young, they're impressionable minds, not understand. This is social media. These are rap lyrics. Half these guys ain't even really like that. Half these cats that sit on these couches and be talking, when you hit them up and you actually ask them certain questions about literature or some type of stuff that they act like they know about, you find out, hey, these dudes has been reading out of a book for a couple of days They ain't really lived this. They're not really on that. So, but they hey, they got 500,000 views. They got tens of thousands of comments. It sounds like hating. Call it whatever you want. But if a real person, if you say that you're a barber or you say that you are a mechanic and you looking like it online from the clips you put in, boom, 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 or the 30-minute conversation you're talking while you took an hour to change one side of brakes. People who don't know no better don't realize, hey man, this dude don't know what he's doing. He's taking a long time to do this one side of brakes. But on social media, it's just like, oh man, he's saying a lot. No, a real mechanic can say, hey bro, that one break on this driver's side so only took you about 15 minutes while you're talking explaining it. But somebody who don't know that, like a young person, they'll think this man talking for an hour doing one side of brakes. He knows a lot. That's where that social media world has people dumbed down and not realizing, yo, social media life is not real life. People are going to get what they can off of it, and I guess that's why I guess that's why I haven't became popular with a lot of people, because I don't know how to really fake it. I can just give it boom. This what it is. What they ain't got really no theatrics and no. I'm not gonna get up here act like no goofy or do no dumb stuff to try to get likes and have people come on my page and look at me and have people talk about. Nah, I have too much integrity just to like a jack. Just look stupid for some views, right? Um, I think parents gonna have to start holding themselves more accountable to the social media that they're allowing their children to watch, because it's not getting better for us. It's getting worse. The children are getting worse. Even the you. It sounds funny when they talk about the reading level, and the math levels not being on. Reading below their levels, and they're supposed to be in 12th grade, and they're reading like at a 7th grade level. We would think stuff like that. It sounds like, oh, that's crazy. Nah, that's real, and it's because social media is teaching the children. I don't think they're really learning much in school no more. That No Child Left Behind way back messed up our people a lot. It messed up everyone, because why are you pushing children through that didn't understand this stuff in this grade? But you don't care, because that's that they say school to prison pipeline. You don't need them to be smart. Just go out here and make more dumb decisions. So when you go out here and doing what you think the social media told you, spin, and go get that bag, when you get locked up because you ain't learned nothing in school to do nothing better, they're gonna just send you on to prison. They already pretty much taught you how to sit and be in prison in school all day every day. And then they don't care about you learning, because they want to No Child Left Behind and keep pushing you on. Now you just sending this inadequate child through life. Then now they're grown and you expect them to all of a sudden know what they're supposed to be doing. They didn't even understand what they were doing in 6th and 7th grade, but you kept pushing them along. And then you give them social media now. How's a child supposed to get along in this life not knowing what they're supposed to do? The school not doing what they're supposed to, as far as, and I get it, teachers don't get paid a lot, so I don't think teachers care like they did back in the day when we had Mama Bertha and Big John in there being the coach, and we had them real teachers that really fuss you out because you're not doing your work, because they really care. Now we got 18, 19-year-old teachers, they want to be in the fashion show with the children. They want to be liked by the kids. It's everything is so backwards and loopy now. It's like it has to be some drastic changes. I ain't the first person to talk about stuff like this. There has to be a drastic pull or drastic change in what's going on in society right now. And social media is a big detriment to everyone. I like to talk about my people a lot, because I can't say everybody. Everyone pretty much seem to be good at taking care of their own people. Everyone, Asians take care of their people good. The West Indians take care of their people good. The Middle Easterners, the white folk, everyone take care of their people good. So I try not to really include us all, because everyone's taking care of their own stuff. So I talk about our people. But social media messed up everyone as a whole. It 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 got everybody in chokehold. You know what I'm saying? But in different parts. When you go on like Middle Eastern channels and stuff like that, we don't see half the mess that our people see in our channels. I know because I deliberately go look at other nationalities and other cultures stuff just to see how they differ from what we got going on because social media is all over the world. So I'll be trying to look and see what, yeah, and everywhere you go, there's gonna be a group of knuckleheads doing something they ain't supposed to. But when it comes to our people, and I hate saying it, we have we have a we have a large number of knuckleheads, and you got that little group that's trying to actually make it even give people good information that can help them or help us. When you go on other cultures and nation stuff and watch them, they'll have a little group of knuckleheads and a big group of people who are pushing whatever their real culture is and how to build. That's what we're kind of like at a it did. I won't say disadvantage because we all have the same advantages. I'm gonna say as of now, yeah, we understand the jobs and all and how. Well, I'm not gonna go into all that stupid mess, right? There's enough money in us, and I know that because how much our spending habits are as a black people as a culture. We have enough money within us to build business and do stuff. The fact that it's not being done is clearly because enough people don't want to get together to do it. I'm not gonna blame nobody else for that. Oh, well, they get better jobs. I don't care about none of that no more. I don't care about hearing none of that. It's stupid. It's irrelevant. We're not in slavery no more. I don't want to hear it. I'm not no rich folk. Work for everything. Never slang, never did none of the dumb stuff to get to my bread, right? I made my own small businesses and stayed and kept making it. Ain't no one donate or give me nothing. So if I could do that, and I want to hear, oh, my daddy one day, I want to hear that no more either. My father wasn't there for the first portion of my life. As I got older and was able to make my relationship, I did, but I was already a grown man doing my own thing. My mama wasn't rich either. So all these little stupid excuses that our people like to use for why they couldn't make it, no, it's stupid. Because you know how to make it to the club. You know how to make it go get them shoes. You know how to make it go get your weave. You know how to make it go get your whatever you got. But when it comes to making something better for us as a people and to get your child off social media and take the time out to get your child some education or something that can help you when you get older and help themselves as they get older and teach their children, oh, that's too hard to do though. But you just went and spent $1,000 on two pair of shoes, but you want to spend $500 on your child's education or you to go get a certificate so you can have something better to teach your child. Give your child something to follow you in that's worth something. But no, your child know how to go get the nice shoes though. Your child know how to twerk. Your child know how to get their eyelashes and our people are focusing on the wrong stuff and it's killing us. Along with that, it's taking us out. I don't know how that killing word works on here, but it's taking us out. And along with that, social media. Social media has really been taken as real life, and it is just not. They're called influencers because they can influence people. It's the same thing as a commercial. Commercial comes on 10 times, same commercial. Now you want to go in there and see what the new bag of chips is like because they keep coming on. That's what social media is. They keep pushing the same stupid mess down our throat. And again, us as adults even get fooled by the mess. So if adults are getting fooled, and we've been here since way back then before social media, if we can be fooled by it, I'm not gonna put me in that because you can't just fool me. I'm a little different, just like some other people are. I can't just get fooled, right? But if most adults, if a lot of adults can be fooled by social media and get pulled up into the hype, what do you think happened to the children? What do you think happened to the children? Of course, the children don't know what to do. Their parents don't know what to do. And it just keeps going. And they click and they click and they click. And every time they click, they making them same social media people who are keeping their minds in a little swirl. It just makes you watch them more. Excuse me, it makes the children watch them more, and it just puts their hair more on the head, more on the loop. No one is bringing those children. I don't like to put someone else's child's problem off on influencers, social media, rappers. I've never liked that because you are the responsibility. Your child is your responsibility. Whatever your child becomes, don't become, do, don't do, all that's on the parent. So I can't I can't stand people try to say, "Oh, it's the music. Look at the music that listen children listen to." I get it, yeah, cause that's what I'm talking about today. Social media influences the children, right? But you have to allow your child to get on there to see that. You have to give the tablet or the phone, or sit there and watch it with them. You have to be that, and if you take that from them, then that's whenever things can start getting changed and rectified and fixed and flipped around and 180. You have to do it as a parent. But if you're the lazy parent who just don't want to deal with how your child is acting, you're the parent who just, oh, I give them this, they'll be quiet. You're part of the problem of whatever your child becomes, because you don't want to take the time out to deal with your child because they're whining too much. So you give them the tablet, let them get on whatever. If you're that parent, what your child becomes is because of you. Your lackluster parenting skills is on you. And then when they get older, with that weird mindset, not too much intelligence, and just out here just doing what everybody else doing, you want to cry whenever somebody does something to your child. You raised your child up to be a nuisance to the people. So you raised your child to be a nuisance. Why do you expect someone else to deal with your nuisance? Especially when out here knocking people over, taking their stuff, and this, that, and the third. Then you want to say, oh, it's the music, man. The music. I had a good child. Your child wasn't that good if he got knocked over taking something from somebody. He wasn't that good. But first thing social media want to do, oh man, oh they shouldn't have did that to him. What? I hate sound like what I sound like I'm for against my people. I hate that. But it's like, what were we doing? What was happening? A lot of people, I've never seen no one get wrong. I take that back. I'm not even gonna say what I'm about to say, because some people do get wrong that wasn't doing anything. But more, I'm gonna say 8 times. I'm gonna say in the community, when it comes to law-abiding citizens, I'm gonna do it like that. Eight and a half out of 10, 8 out of 10 times, if someone hurts your child, law-abiding people, if something happens to your teenager or a young adult child, usually it's because that child was trying to do something they weren't supposed to that person. We all said the children are completely out of control, but yet people still want to cry for children who are getting their heads knocked off from them doing wrong to somebody. Again, it goes back to the parenting. You can't allow your child to think that social media is real life, and they go out here and they grow up because you didn't want to take the time out to give them more teaching and understanding. Because for one, you're probably young too. Because now we have an influx of young people just making babies. It was a back in the day, it happened every now and then, but now it's like everyone starts having babies at 16. I don't know how that became a thing. I got one child. I didn't have my daughter till I was 23 and I was married. I don't know. That's still young, but I've been living my own since I was 15. I was very well equipped, graduated, and had all my stuff together. You know what I'm saying? When I got married, I was chilling, right? Um, I'm not. I'm not understanding how. So I think I skipped what I was about to say, but I don't know how social media became the thing to follow when no one can tangibly put their hand, when no one can actually reach out to none of these social media folks and have a conversation with them about anything that can actually help their situation or their children. How do we end up letting those people on there become the standard of what our children are? That's why I said it's up to the parent to regulate what their child is watching. Now, if your child goes out here, that's what I was talking about. If your child goes out here and something happens to them and they were in the right, I feel like people are supposed to stand up and go crazy behind them. Your child wasn't doing nothing, and just because someone feared how they looked and they did something to your child, that's wrong. That's that 2% that someone did something to a child for no reason or did something to a young adult for no reason. But 8 out of 10, when it comes to law-abiding people, they're not going to do nothing to your child for no reason. It's not going to happen. It don't, I've been living this world just like y'all have. If you're upper in age, you're middle age, you've been living here. When it comes to law-abiding people, they're not just hurting people for no reason. It's dumb. They don't do it. They're not trying to go to prison. Especially that's not their life. And out of prison their whole life. All of a sudden they just want to go to prison for your child or your young adult. That doesn't happen in real life. They try to spin that with how they put what they want to on social media when something happens to one of us. But I think in real life, we're not just getting knocked over for no reason. No, nine, 8 out of 10, that child was trying to do something they weren't supposed to, trying to rob that person's goods, trying to hurt that person, trying to run up on that person in any kind of way, whatever it was. No one that's law abiding just run up on nobody and do nothing to nobody for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It is not. I don't know. I keep trying to pinpoint what it's going to take for our people to get back on what we're supposed to be standing on. That civil rights mess, that's over with. I keep telling everybody, after the Black Panthers, our people have took a drastic turn. After the 90s, it got even worse, and it is not. Don't seem like it's going back. Don't seem like it's going back to good. I don't know what we're gonna have to do to get things understood in our culture, which we don't really have much of a culture here. Now I got my little Geechee thing on me, you know what I'm saying, little Haitian Geechee dude here, you know what I'm saying, from the Carolinas. But that's not our people minds have need to be rewired. Our people minds need to get off of no lie. Social media is destroying us because there's too much. It'd be different if it was kind of like even. We got too much of the bad with a little bit of good. Again, like I was saying earlier, when you look at these other, if you go and just take the time to look at these different nationalities and cultures of people, they have a whole bunch of good and a little bit of bad. It's switched on us, and it's taking us out. And until that gets fixed, until that gets changed, we're gonna be kind of stuck. We're gonna be kind of stuck in this right here where we're at. And most of these social media influencers, they don't care. They get all their clicks, clicks, clicks. Because everyone's liking them being goofy and stuff like that. So I'm never going to be that goofy, silly dude. If I can't get y'all and get big, me being like this right here, maybe getting some people here to talk with me I'm probably going to start taking phone calls. If I can't get big from right here, I'll never be. I'll just be for the people who want to stop in and talk for a second or listen and leave, whatever. But I'll never dumb down myself and act like a crazy person on social media just to get some likes or to get viral. I'll never do that. These viral people, once they get there and they actually get that breakthrough, they all run. They don't care. Even if they were a lot of them that even was talking on the good stuff. They don't care. Once they get there, they there. You don't ever see all the stuff people show on social media. You rarely ever, ever, ever see these people go back to their community. You ain't gotta go save everybody. You rarely see these social media people once they get that viral moment and they get there. You rarely ever see them go back to their communities or go back to the people that helped get them on or go back to be something or give back something. People like to argue, oh well, everything you do for people, you don't have to put. And I feel that I'm with that, right? But you put everything else on social media. So you put everything else on social media, and you helping folks. Why would you not want people to see, hey, listen, I came back from my people. I'm here. I'm boots on the ground with my people. I'm really out here because I really care about my people. The only way people gonna know that is you actually show them. You on live doing everything else. You talk about everything else. Why not talk about what you're out here doing for the community? See if you can rally some more people to want to come be a part of the community. What you talking about on social media don't mean nothing if you can't show the people that in real life you out here for the people. Social media don't mean nothing to me. Anybody like me, I'm on here right now talking. You don't know what's going on anywhere around here. I could be living in a shack with this one good little piece of paint and wall and that nice picture right there. Social media ain't nothing. Till you can show people that you actually out here doing what you claiming to about and all that, you just talking. So why not have proof? Why not show people that, hey, I made it viral. Thank y'all, boom, boom. Hey, I'm out here trying to put some stuff together so I can get people jobs or whatever it is. This I'm talking about people who claim they're influencers and they're for the people. I'm just not seeing it. Social media is irrelevant to real life. In real life, there's things that take place that you can't undo. On social media, it's like a video game. You can push start, pause, replay, fix it up, polish it, put some little blemish stuff on the little filters. You can do all this stuff on social media. In real life, there's smells. So I might look cool and look clean on here and just smell like rotten eggs. You know what I'm saying? They might talk good on here and get out there and be just one of the worst human beings there is. But this is what children are not seeing or understanding because they don't know. They're young people. They're young people. They don't know. Then especially if they didn't have a parent, whether it's mother or father, if they didn't have a parent showing them what good is, good mother, good father, uh, business person, whatever, how to take care of bills. If they didn't have no one showing them nothing good, how are they going to be able to gauge when they're watching something that isn't good? Because a lot of stuff out here right now that's being shown for good is actually bad. This world is actually turned into that. It's actually starting to turn into where people look at good for bad and bad for good. I don't know how that happened, but it's crazy because out of all my years of studies and being in the Torah and in the Tanakh and stuff like that, it talks about that. It talks about people are going to be punished for giving people bad for good and good for bad. Excuse me. People are going to be punished for giving bad for good. The social media, I don't want to say I'm walking on beats because I don't like getting into all that mess, man. Like all that, right? But everyone has that chip in their hand. Every phone has a chip in it now. Everyone has them, even babies. They follow everything you do in your life on that chip. Everything, every app you have to say, give them permission. Yeah, you can follow me. Yeah, you can listen to my combos when I talk. Yeah, you can have my location. Yeah. They said the chip, oh, the chip is gonna be the mark. They even used to talk about what the chip will look like. If you look into I remember when chips used to be this big in the back of your phone. Now the chip is real small. It's called a micro SD chip. It looks just like the chip that they were talking about way back in the day. They were gonna be putting people's foreheads or in their hand. They got you. It's in your hand and it's in your head. Because you hold it in your hand all day and everything you look at comes from your mind, everything you want to see, and they download all of it. It's a figurative chip. It's just not literal. The chip in the back of that phone is real literal though. They duped everybody. I had talking about some different stuff now. 5G. They were talking about, 5G, this new thing, 5G, 5G. We've been having 5G internet for a long time before they start saying we need these towers everywhere. That's most internet ran off of 5G cable, 5G wireless and all that. So what was really the point of doing all this 5G towers, putting them everywhere? What was the real reason? Because I used to have banging reception back in the day. Man, my reception could be, that thing could have no bars on, that little G was flashing, I can talk. Man, now you can have 5 bars on your phone. Now that thing go down to 3 bars, your phone just disconnects. I remember whenever you could I remember when you could turn your internet off your phone, and just have it connect to the internet, and you could use your phone. What was the real point of the 5G thing? Social media plays into everything that people got going on nowadays. How people move, how people act, what people think real beauty is, what people think ugly is, what people, everybody getting those Olympics now because, oh yeah, I work out. Man, you see all that flubber hanging off you. You don't work out. You wouldn't got the shot like everybody else. Your head just as big as a lollipop on your body. You were just big as hell 6, 7 months ago. And I'm talking from somebody who's always been a big dude, and I always work out and stay active. And I'm a vegan. How you were just bigger than me 7 months ago. Now you just as loose as the goose out here with your big old head. Social media got people playing games, got people out here. The BBL thing done took over, and all the lip injections. That stuff just wasn't a real thing when I was growing up. The only people you seen was fake stuff on lips and Botox. They were movie stars. I'm not from Cali or nothing, so I'm sure they had it around there because Hollywood, that was like that was the thing. But now everybody going spend a couple $1,000s and getting injections and getting their butts done, and dudes out here getting their bodies done and implants, and all these things just weren't really a thing. These things have became a norm to where even they made some things so easily obtainable. I remember when they have a cell phone, when cell phones came out, you didn't just everybody just having no cell phone. You got broke people with iPhones now. Oh, you can make payments on it just dead, dead, dead. People trying to keep up with the Joneses and look like everybody else in the social media world. Man, when I find out people making payments on cell phones, it blew my mind. I blew my mind. I don't understand. Who makes a payment on a cell phone? When I found out, it drove me crazy because everybody want an iPhone. Social media pushing this, pushing this. Oh, you ain't got no iPhone, this, that, third. Nigga, you ain't got no iPhone. You wrote a lease on a phone. If you write a lease on a phone, you shouldn't be telling nobody nothing about financial anything. If you couldn't pay for your iPhone cash, if it cost 3,000, you baller, pay that bread. Social media got people trying to be stuff that some of the people on social media ain't even yet. Like rappers, whenever they used to talk about these bodies and all this money they got, come to find out they all broke. They ain't got nothing, but they got fools out here trying to be like the rappers that the rappers aren't even. I knew dudes in the hood that had more bread than some of these rappers did. I'll never understand the concept of how social media is like becoming real life, but in real life, social media is irrelevant. Social media get a lot of people hurt trying to play social media in real life, but it's like our people aren't. I can't say our people aren't understanding. Our people, our people, our people know what they want to know, and they obtain the knowledge that they want to obtain, and they choose what they want to do with it. They choose what things that they think is important to them. We had this brother about 2 weeks ago. His name, I think it's Daquan Johnson. I believe it was. I looked him up. I was looking him up to see his update on him a couple of days back. I think it was Daquan Johnson. Dudes on the ground, hands cut behind him, got executed. They've been doing that to us since way back in the day, and they're still doing it. Everyone got crazy about when Floyd got his neck squished on. But it's like people did all that riding acting crazy because so many social media said do it. Well, now that that's over, we've been having hangings and all kind of stuff like that. Why are people not going and gravitating and acting crazy now? Our people are choosing to not care. And that's what I don't understand. We're so locked in on social media and being mind manipulated. Our people don't even know what's important anymore. Our people don't know what's important to take serious and what's important to fix for our people. Again, that's why I started coming on here doing these. I was supposed to start it just over a year ago, a year and some change ago, but I was going to, couldn't get nobody want to talk with stuff. So I was like, okay, this time I'm gonna just do it myself. And that's why how y'all actually starting to get me now because I can't wait on people. Every time I do, it pushes me back a little bit because you can't make your vision someone else's vision. And I've never tried to, but my thing is you're talking like you have the same vision as me. You know, it's off a little bit from each other, but it's the main goal. I feel like I should be able to talk with you. I'm finding that people are liars. People just like to talk. These people are social media characters in real life. And on social media or on that phone or that text, you can talk like you with that. When you see me actually out here and I'm like, hey, I need you. What's up? We about to make this move over here to go pass or do this or help these people here. Go help this old lady move her stuff out here. It's nothing. All of a sudden, everyone's quiet. You won't even help the person down the street, an elderly person, take their groceries in there. But you're talking about you for your people. But you'll break your neck for some little young broad to try to make her feel like you're oh I got you. You know what I'm saying? No, man, you're playing. Our people are clowning out here. And social media is like the main ring circus. Our people putting just the dumbest stuff for them to look at us crazy on social media. Tubi TV, that's social media now too. That ain't even really like real well social. No, it is. But Netflix starting to let you put podcasts and stuff like that all on Netflix. Like everything's starting to become this social media base where you can feel like you're getting a real interaction from everything. And the crazy part about it is these people on these social media platforms, they kind of are giving a real experience of their goofy. Because everyone on social media is not being their real person. But everybody act like they have the most to say and they have so much wisdom or knowledge. But a lot of these people aren't even the things that they act like they are. See, we know when we watch a movie, we know they actors. We know they playing. That's why when it comes like Charleston White, he says it's a character. I rock with that. He say he's a character. But every movie we watch, them are characters. But most of these people that's on social media, they're not acting like they're a character. Not at all. They acting like that, oh, this is really them. This, oh yeah, this them. Nah, you playing and children are watching you. Older folks are watching you. And some older folk, like I say, their minds ain't quite right either because they're getting influenced by social media too. And then it's their children, their grandchildren. Shit, nowadays, a grandma maybe like what, 30 something years old, children in their 20s, grandchildren in their young, they're 9, 10 years old. It'd be 3 generations all together now at a young age. It's crazy. It's crazy. Eventually, our people won't get together. Like the title say, social media is not relevant in real life. It's leading our people astray more than the rap culture and stuff did. The rap culture is kind of dead. Them people don't even, you don't even, man, I remember when new artists used to come out and hit BET, MTV and all that. Them places ain't even real no more. BET and stuff don't even really play music no more. MTV and all that. It's all movies. They're all movies now. But then we got social media, YouTube, TikTok, playing raw whole videos. Social media is taking over everything. I heard the movie Social Dilemma before. I think I watched some of it way back when it came out, but then when Charleston White was talking about it, it made me go check it out. And they pretty much predicted this. They knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. Willie Lynch all over again. We never even got out of that one. It's crazy. Well, with that, I'm about to close out. For the people that came in, I appreciate y'all. Nobody really interacted a lot, but everyone spoke and, told me where they're from. We got people, we're reaching out to Indonesia and everything now, so I'm starting to get moved around. That's cool. Um, just remember, social media is irrelevant in real life. You have to have real grounded. You have to have real life grounded, not social media. Social media is going to move with the wave. Real life, you have to live every day. And every day, you have to make decisions that's going to make your life go where you want it to go, the way you need it to. And you got to make the best decisions for you in your life, your children's life. Without that, we're going to keep falling by the wayside. And no one is coming to pick us up. I'm pretty sure y'all see it by now. Nobody's coming to pick us up help us out, um, do anything for us. And what it's starting to look like, we're not trying to either. That's going to continue to be a problem. In case anyone was wondering, it's my good deeds security I've talked about before. Do executive security. We do events, parties and all that too. But we started getting into executive security. Uh, who we had Michael Blacks and uh, Princess from Crime Mob, Jada Kiss. We had different people. Boss Mandilo. We started getting to that, so we try to move on to that with the good deed security. We also do street patrols too. That's how this started. I used to do security when I was younger, but whenever I started doing my car club, we're doing stuff for the young people in certain neighborhoods. We started going out at night and doing like breaking. When it gets evening, and start getting dusk, we would walk around. Kind of secure different areas and just check it out and make sure things is good. You know what I'm saying? So then that ended up becoming a thing to where I was asked to come do some clubs, and then I got right back into the security thing all over again. And then it started getting bigger. Celebrities start coming down. Hey man, you think you and your people can come? Yeah, for sure. Let's go. Hold that money right. We coming. So with that, this kind Ride and Clean, RYDINKLEEN. You can find that on Facebook and go see what we got going on. I started one on Instagram and YouTube also because people tell me I need to put it on there also. I never did for all them years, but I just started uploading little stuff. Of course, Forever Our Legacies on all social medias also. You can go in here and see where I was teaching people how to live off grid, gas cans, how long you need to store gas, how long you can store them. Uh, I showed a tutorial about how to fix a generator. We showed our gardens, the animals. You see all that on Facebook, but some of that's also on here on the YouTube. You can go see that stuff I talk about, stuff that I'm really on. I lead by example. I'm not gonna talk about it. I haven't lived it, haven't done it, or I'm not on my way to doing it with research first. I don't just jump into anything. I'm always gonna look it up, check it out, read on it, see the best effective way that I'm gonna venture off onto it. That's how I've always been since I was a young dude. And it's even worse now. I'm gonna look and look and look. Pollen tearing me up, man. Um, but yeah, what I leave out? I leave out anything. Oh, foreverlegacy.com. You go in there, you can see the stuff that we have on there, different items. We make natural soaps, uh, collages, hats, t-shirts. Uh, I haven't gotten to lotions yet. Candles, all kind of stuff is on there, and the proceeds help us with helping the community. Of course, ourselves too, but we put a portion of everything we do, even when sales ain't coming in, we're still doing for the community. That's what we do. Um, Check us out. Thank y'all for showing up. Like, subscribe, share. Please ring that bell. Let people know. On TikTok, we're on all the medias. Four Violations on all the medias. And on there, if you check the description, you'll see that my different, even in here, if you check the description, you'll see the different little avenues where you can go find us on our different stuff too. Once you click on one, it's going to route you to that, and then you can see where we're on this one, and you'll be able to see, what's what. They're all linking together. All the businesses, they're all linking together. Um, and everything we do is for the people, for the community. We gotta love us, cause ain't nobody else gonna do it. All right, now I get with y'all.